I can do the intro.
Yay! So excited. Alright. I don't like doing
You say
intros, it's
like
really weird.
you say like you never do the intro. Like I never do the
You
intro.
never do it, Daisy. You don't do anything. Hello everyone, Sotius here, and today we're doing the FMX semi-weekly podcast thing. And with me is AtariaDai.
Hello,
That's where you say
guys.
hello.
I am sick.
Alright, we are both a little bit sick today, so do bear with us, but we have some stories, and I think for once I have more stories than Ataria does.
Yay!
It's a miracle.
Improvement.
Improvement on my behalf.
Where's the confetti? Where's the confetti?
No. So, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with your story, or do you want me to pick one to start? Because I've got a few things.
No, go ahead. You
Okay,
first.
so in no particular order, because this is news from throughout the week. The Hitman PC beta weekend was this weekend. Only people who had pre-ordered the game can get access to the beta. But I've been watching some YouTubers play it, and it's interesting. Did you ever play any of the old Hitman games?
I played one that was for PlayStation 2. I can't remember which one.
What did you think of it?
It was years ago.
Too long ago to remember.
It was one of those games that were in a blur.
Okay.
It didn't do much of an impact on me, honestly.
Right, but for other people, obviously it did. Otherwise, we wouldn't
did
be having
A lot.
I believe this is a remake of the entire Hitman series.
There was even a movie about it. Was it last year?
There was. I seen it. It was bad. The movie was dreadful. There was no he's known as sort of this guy who can sneak around, get where he needs to go. But in the movie, he was just kind of like walking, guns blazing, job done. Thanks, K. Bye, money, please.
Was it directed by Michael Bay? No.
Doubt it. I doubt it, but it was definitely one of those movies where they're like, we're doing a movie based on a game, we're going to get sales because it's related to a game, but really the movie has nothing to actually do with said game besides this guy who's bald and has a tattoo on the back of his neck.
Surprisingly, though, I did talk to a few people that hadn't played the games, and they actually liked the movie a little bit. I think maybe if it was someone that didn't play the games or something, could just sit down and just watch the movie as if it were just, to kill time.
Yeah, I agree completely. Was it even following Agent 47? I can't remember. I know there was another agent or something. But anyway, main point is the beta was this weekend. It ends tomorrow on Monday. And from Legacy, it's okay. It has potential. Not really my kind of game. I remember playing a few back in the day and didn't really get into them, to be honest. But the beta seems good. The graphics are good. Lots of sneaking around. A lot of little bugs and glitches here and there. Like people spazzing out through walls and stuff. But, well, what do you expect? I'm sure it'll be fixed. Maybe, possibly. But that's the point of a beta, regardless. And it's going to launch on March 11th for PS4, Xbox One, and the PC. So, there's that.
Is there a price?
No price on here. I'm assuming it's going to be the sort of average game price, maybe £49.99, £39.99 and maybe about $60. It doesn't actually say on here, but the beta was interesting to say the least. I'm not going to personally buy it. There's other games I want to get right now, and I don't have the money for. But yeah, there you go.
I thought you'd actually get it. No, I thought you actually already had it.
No, I watched some YouTube videos.
Because I was gonna say, oh my god, the list, it grows, it gets bigger.
Well, I have 600, maybe coming up to 700 games on Steam now. And I haven't really played many of them, to be honest. But here's some more exciting
that?
news if you want me to continue with my list.
Sure, go ahead.
The Left Field collection for EGX Res that we're going to in April has been revealed.
Has it?
Yes.
What does it have?
Over 275 games were submitted to this year's Left Field collection, with the final selection of 22. I'm guessing there's going to be more there than just a Left Field collection. But we have Barbarian. No idea what that's about. I don't know what any of these are about, by the way. I'm just going to list them off. Burly Men at Sea, Candy Ghost, Dial Emma, Disposable Heroes, Electric Lullaby, Fugl, is Fugl, Gardenarium, If Found Please Return, Insane Robots, Knife to Meet You, which I have seen a little bit about and it looks fun. It's basically a rogue knife trying to stab you while you press a button. It's a fake knife, don't worry. 90s Cockpit Freakout, Oasis? Oases? I don't know, spelled weird. Orchids to Dusk, Outreach, Pool Panic, Reigns, Rituals, RK3000, The World is Flat, Time is an Island, and Vignettes. I don't know how you pronounce that. But, interesting title names at least.
They are. Are they from all indie companies, right?
I believe every single one is an indie game. Yeah, I think that's the point of the Left Field collection. Yeah, the Left Field collection, sponsored by Sega, of all people, gives indie developers the opportunity to showcase their games for free at a major consumer event. It has a long history of bringing a wide variety of games to public view. I completely agree. So, yeah, I think there's going to be some VR games there. This Knife to Meet You thing, basically you have to press a button. What I heard is you have to press a button to fill up this sort of bar, but while you're doing that, there's a spinning fake knife, and if you get caught, you lose. Yeah.
It kind of sounds like one of the characters that we played on Zombie Vikings, that his whole body spinned around with a knife on his hand, but his head stayed in place.
Sorry, I've just read it, and it says, Knife to Meet You, from a team including the developer of a hugely popular line wobbler, is a custom hardware game featuring a real knife. What?
Oh, God.
Players must press buttons
puns.
in unison to fill a progress bar while dodging the erratic movements of the knife and being heckled by a trash-talking display. Huh? Is that even allowed? Okay.
Oh, God.
All right.
I'm amazed the list is so huge on the
Well, there's
convention.
22 games out of 275 submissions. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't feature even a small percentage of them. Wow. That's crazy. Just think of how many indie games are out there that aren't getting their attention.
How are we gonna cover this place in 3 days, by the way?
I
I
don't
just started
know.
thinking about it, just like, oh my God, just
I mean,
going
there's
booth
22
by
games.
booth.
It's possible.
What?
There's 22 games in the Left Field collection. I'm not sure about if there's anything else there, but it's possible. So it's not too bad. EGX, that me and Andrew went to, on the other hand, was chaos because the queues were huge, and it was AAA companies that weren't really interested in the free press because AAA games are known. Everyone knows about them from big companies.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nearly impossible to get footage there. But this one should be good. I think we'll cope.
It's like, shoo, fly, don't bother me. And you're just sitting there like, but I just want some information on the game. It will only take like a minute.
Exactly. It is. It's a hassle. So, your story.
Yeah.
What have you got?
Alright, so last weekend was the Valentine's Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And
Yes.
other
Yes, it
than
was.
a lot of bundles and specials and sales and all that, I was checking out Zoin Games' Facebook profile, and they had posted that they wanted submissions for love questions, and
Love questions?
they were gonna, yeah,
Okay.
they were gonna have one of their characters respond any kind of doubts involving love, relationships, and all that.
I can already tell this is going to a bad place.
If you have played Zombie Vikings, There's this one character called Molgaga. She's a lovely lady.
A lovely lady
Very,
made of nightmares.
very, very passionate over Loki.
Yeah.
And she was gonna take your questions and she was gonna respond to them in the video. I really liked the post and everything, but I kept doing this thing where you write down a response and you forget to hit send. So my question never got submitted, so I never got Molgaga to answer the question, and I was so upset. Because then when it was Sunday, was it Valentine's Day on Sunday or Saturday? I can't remember. But when I saw the
Doesn't matter
video,
to
like,
me.
oh my god, such a Grinch. You were like this in December when we were doing
Screw
the
this
holiday
holiday. Screw that
podcast
holiday.
thing.
Oh yeah, yesterday I declared I hate birthdays, but still.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway, so this lady in the cauldron, I'll put a picture if I remember
Yeah.
in editing. She's made of
Like,
nightmares.
there's a video that you can run in the background if you want.
Sure.
But yeah. The thing is, like, I love the picture for the video. It's just her like blowing a kiss. So, and she's like in this frame of a heart, and then there's a little picture of Loki all scared next to her. It was pretty awesome.
Oh my god.
So upset that I didn't get to submit my question. I really wanted.
Okay, what was your question out of curiosity?
I didn't have one specific. It was just like I just wanted her to say my name. That
Okay,
sounds
fair
so
enough.
creepy though. Like, I just want to hear Molgaga say my name. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
because
really liked her
the
character.
original nightmares from playing the game weren't enough. Now you want nightmares with her saying your name?
She
No,
was just
thank
a
you.
really funny character. The level where we had to beat her was a nightmare though. Like, she was ridiculously strong. Like, she
Yeah.
was a fucking tank.
Took a long
But
time.
yeah. Funny thing though, right?
Mhm.
Do you want to know what the last name for the voice actress for Molgaga is?
Sure.
Goff. The voice actor's name is Kellen Goff.
It's spelt the right way.
Which is why I wanted to talk about
Is it spelt the right way?
Yes. Like GOF. Look, I'll send you the link. Hang on. Nobody
Yeah.
can see the link
While
right
you do
now.
that, I'm going to move on and purge my memory of the last 2 minutes.
Okay.
So, Rocket League is now available for Xbox One. Have you had a chance to have a look at Rocket League yet?
Yeah, I did.
It's a great game. I love it. Very unique, very fun, lots of unlockables, and definitely something that can be replayed over and over again. Great, great game. So it's finally come to Xbox One. It's already been released on PS4 and PC. PC first, PC Master Race. So it's available on Xbox One for $19.99, and it comes with sort of 2 unique DLC packs, I think. Or sort of 2 unique things. 2 unique battle cards. You've got the exclusive Halo. You didn't see that one coming. It's called the Hog Sticker. It's an alternate version of the Warthog from Halo. And the exclusive Gears of War Armadillo, and the famed armoured personnel carrier. So that's cool. I hate console exclusives, personally. I think it's...
You hate what? Sorry?
I hate console exclusives. Even if it's these little cars. It's just horrible. Like cutting out the rest of the player base from this content. But as it is very Xbox related, I guess I can let them off this once.
Of course.
But yeah, that's a great game. If no one's played Rocket League, go play Rocket League. It's fantastic. Even if you don't like football or soccer for our American compadres, go check it out. It's great.
Like, I like to play, but I don't like to play it by myself. I like played it with a couple of friends. Like, you get more into the game if you have people to play.
Yeah, you're kind of gonna have people to play it with, definitely.
Because there will come a point where you're just not gonna play the game at all. You're just gonna take your car and crash it into someone else just to fuck with their head. Like, I specifically enjoy messing up goals in a game that's multiplayer. Like, I don't know why. It just brings me joy.
Yeah, it's great. It's a good game to play with other people for sure. I was going to talk about another game that got funded within just 2 hours, but it's a board game.
Oh, really?
I like board games.
2 hours?
Yeah, so...
What was the goal?
You know Conan the Barbarian?
Yeah.
So there's a role-playing game. I think it's a board game. From what I can see, it's a board game. Basically, it had a £45,000 goal. I don't know what that is in dollars. 60, 70,000, something like that. And it reached it in just 2 hours. That's crazy.
Oh my god. 3,327,757.
What?
In 2 hours.
No.
It says so right here.
No.
Look.
Okay, I'm looking. What? This ain't it.
Is it the same one though? Because this one just says Conan.
I don't know. I mean, it says February, so maybe that's not the one I was looking at though.
What
But either
the
way,
hell?
that's crazy.
Just 2 hours. 2
It
hours.
wasn't 3 million in 2 hours. It was
Huh?
45,000 in 2 hours. That was the goal.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's insane. Insane Kickstarter things. I feel like I'm in the wrong business. Going off topic on feeling like I'm in the wrong business, I watched a video this morning of people who catch air and put it into jars and sell it to China, where, you know, there's all this smog and stuff, they don't really have fresh air. And they sell it for about $80 a jar for air. Just let that sink in for a moment.
Like, do people really pay for that? Is this just
Yeah,
like a
they've said they
prank
sold over
store?
100 jars so far.
Oh my god.
It's crazy. Definitely the
Is
wrong
there-
business.
Oh my god.
It feels
'Cause
like
I
the more
remember seeing-
stupid the business idea, the more successful it is.
It's just ridiculous because, oh my god, like I remember seeing a post about the same thing, but it was little bags, and it had supposedly tropical rainforest air or something.
Oh, God.
So people hooked it up to their mask thing.
Oh,
And
is that
like,
what they do? Okay.
they just hook it up to the little mask, you know, the one that they use for air tanks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they like breathe the air. But it's a little bag, like it's not a tank of air.
No.
So I don't see how people sold.
Maybe
these,
last a
but-
couple minutes.
I need a breath. That's it. $7 right there down the drain
I don't know.
for one breath.
I have no idea. Like, sure, they have all this smog and pollution over there, and it's really bad, and there really is no fresh air. But
It looks like a really thick.
maybe invest your money in air filters instead of air.
I'm sure it's because maybe they can't afford it.
Maybe.
Since I think they're at the same price as an air conditioning unit.
Hmm.
Some people don't even have an air conditioning unit because
It's
of
sad.
price.
Alright, moving on to more happy things. Some exciting news. The
Yeah.
Fallout 4 DLC details have been revealed. And in
All
less
right.
exciting news, the first two kinda suck.
Oh. I got
So,
really excited for a moment because I did read a little bit about
the
that,
third
but
one is good.
they do?
Right.
Oh.
So the first one is the Automatron. It's releasing for £7.99 in March. The mysterious Mechanist has unleashed a horde of evil robots into the Commonwealth, including a devious robo-brain. Hunt them down and harvest their parts to build and mod your own custom robot companions. Choose from hundreds of mods, mixing limbs, armor, abilities, and weapons like the all-new lightning chain gun. Even customize their paint schemes and choose their voices. Now, I'll move on to the next one first, and then I'll talk about what I was going to talk about. The next one is called the Wasteland Workshop. The price is £3.99. Releases in April. And it says, with the Wasteland Workshop, design and set cages to capture live creatures, from raiders to deathclaws. Tame them or have them face off in battle, even against your fellow settlers. The Wasteland Workshop also includes a suite of new design options for your settlements like Nixie Tube lighting or letter kits and taxidermy and more. Now, I feel like these are things that the modding community could have added very quickly and very easily.
So it's not really like this really super ultra awesome DLC that some people might have
Right?
actually.
But
Okay.
what's the one thing we're still waiting for?
I don't know.
The creation kit, so that the modding community can start modding in depth. And I feel like maybe Bethesda have pushed back the creation kit from what the original promise date was, like shortly after release, and it's not. Just so they can get these first two mods out and get the money from them, because these are easily things modders could have already made if they had released the creation kit sooner. So I feel like this whole delay has been really purposeful, and I hate that because I'm bored of Fallout 4 already. I want mods, like Skyrim. The mod has added thousands upon thousands of hours of gameplay with their mods, and
Yeah.
that could have been the case already with Fallout 4, but we're being forced to wait. And I feel like it's because of these DLCs.
I'm sorry, I was sneezing. But yeah, thing is, I think that some companies will restrict modding capabilities simply because of exactly what you said.
Mm-hmm.
The money that they could get out of it. Because the DLCs right now, right, people bought it. How many people bought the DLC? Do you have the number?
Well, they're not available yet.
Oh, okay.
The first one's in
But
March, second one's in April, and the last
okay.
one, which I haven't mentioned yet, is in May.
Okay. Well, even though they still could suck, people will still buy it,
Of course,
right?
I'm gonna buy it.
Exactly. That's the thing right there. Like, even though it sucks, people will still buy it and the company will still get the money.
Mm-hmm.
This is money that they get because of the restriction. If they hadn't had it, someone else could have modded it for free, and people will go, "Oh, it sucks," but nobody paid for that mod, right? So
Yeah.
that's money that they would have never had. But because they had the restriction, right? They do these DLCs and they sell them, even though they could even themselves they could know that they suck, but they might need the money still.
Yeah.
I mean, big projects always cost tons and tons of money, even though sales go through the roof. But there's still maybe some developers that require some kind of, I don't know, penance or.
No, I totally agree, but with the sales for Fallout 4, God, do they really need the extra sales from the DLC? Do they need to push back the creation kit that everyone's been waiting for? Just so they can get their mods out first so other people don't make them?
Well, that's the thing, though. The thing is, like, behind all amazing video games and projects, there's the people behind the project, right? Not just the people that face and show their face in interviews and stuff. There's people that work day and night on the coding or the 3D designs or the modeling. Oh my God, I can't talk. Or modeling of certain art concepts that they've received from the people that do the concepts of the background or certain stuff, even the smallest little details, right, in a video game could take weeks for a certain department. And sometimes these departments are underpaid, right?
Mm-hmm.
So companies still need those departments for future games. So they don't have to go through the whole hassle of having to hire someone again and blah, 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 that they can be okay with the pay that they gave the previous artist or previous programmer. So I think like there could be just something involved behind the money that they get. I mean, it's still a business.
Maybe. And I'd like to clarify, I'm not saying that Bethesda is holding back the creation kit so they can release these first. It just feels like that's what they're doing because of the delays.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see though. I doubt they can wait until April to release it, or even May to release the creation kit, but we'll see what happens. But the final DLC, the most expensive and the one I'm most excited for, is called Far Harbour. The price is £19.99, sort of like half the price of the game itself. It says, a new case from Valentine's detective agency leads you on a search for a young woman and a secret colony of synths. Travel off the coast of Maine to the mysterious island of Far Harbour, where higher levels of radiation have created a more feral world. Navigate through the growing conflict between the synths, the children of Atom, and the local townspeople. Will you work towards bringing peace to Far Harbour, and at what cost? And Far Harbour features the largest landmass for an add-on that we've ever created. That's a big claim. Filled with new faction quests, settlements, lethal creatures, and dungeons. Become more powerful with new, higher level armor and weapons. The choices are all yours. Two interesting points there. The biggest landmass they've ever created. That's a bold claim. They've created some pretty damn big landmasses in their DLCs. And also the choices are all yours. Everyone knows Fallout 4, you didn't really have much choice. You still kind of push down this linear path to one ultimate outcome. But, we'll see what happens. I'm excited for that one most regardless, as it adds the most content.
So there's a total of 3 new DLCs then, right?
Yes, and they have plans for more than 45 pounds worth of new Fallout adventures and features throughout 2016. So we'll see what else they bring. I don't know. Interesting regardless.
Huh?
It's interesting regardless.
Yeah. None of them in the future involving what you mentioned before.
It doesn't say.
Okay.
Just says they have plans for more than £45 worth of new DLC.
Which means that maybe they won't have provide that capability at all in the future.
Yeah, maybe.
You said they promised it though, right?
What, the creation kit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. They promised it shortly after release, and we haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I thought it was just like people presumed that it would be done.
Yeah, of course. Well, they promised. No one presumed. They promised shortly after release.
Okay.
We will release the creation kit so the modders can start doing their work. And we all know the modding community for Bethesda games is phenomenal. Even without the creation kit, there's been a ton of mods, but nothing can really get in depth, sort of changing game code or sort of event stuff without the creation kit. So it's sort of something the modding community needs right now.
We're getting a Taylor Swift Pip-Boy.
Moving on. The
that mod
first
was
6 minutes.
Awesome.
No, we're not even going to go there. The first 6 minutes of the Walking Dead Michonne miniseries has been revealed. This is a Telltale game miniseries. Obviously, they did the Walking Dead Telltale game miniseries, and it was fantastic. But now this one is going to follow Michonne. Do you watch The Walking Dead?
Yes, I do. I'm currently watching the last season.
Okay, so you're well aware of who this character is.
No, just don't spoil anything from the last season, because I'm not done
There's
with
no
it
spoilers.
yet.
This is the black woman with the sort of samurai sword. I don't know if it's a samurai sword or just a normal sword, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I
She's the
thought you were gonna say
badass,
something
basically.
related to the series.
No, it's nothing to do with the series. It more follows the comic books.
Okay.
The TV series has kind of gone off on its own track, so no one cares too much. So yeah, it looks great. I've watched the first 6 minutes that they previewed here. Seems good. Seems like the old, the Telltale Games sort of style we're all used to, all familiar with, and it looks kind of cool. It's supposedly in a time where she separates from Rick's group and then comes back a bit later. It's sort of filling in that gap, like what she did in that time.
What?
It fills in a gap of what she does in the time she leaves Rick's group and then comes back in the
Ah,
comic books.
you cut off a little bit there. Sorry.
Okay. Basically, in the premiere episode, Michonne joins Pete and his crew on the sailing ship, the Companion, as they cruise the coast for survivors and supplies. When a desperate signal for help draws them to a scene of horrific massacre, Michonne and the crew are led further to the floating survivors' colony of Monroe, which may just be harboring the person responsible for the carnage. Okay, sounds interesting.
Yes.
There's going to be 3 episodes, I believe. It's going to be on Steam, PS4, and Xbox One, and PS3, and Xbox 360. Followed by a release to compatible iOS and Android devices. So that's cool. Very cool. No real pricing on here that I can see. As for release dates, February 23rd. So in a couple days. And it's going to be the first one.
Okay.
That's exciting. I like those ones. Those games are great.
I always watch the gameplays for them. I always love the cutscenes in that game.
Really good. Really good.
Yeah.
I done a
This is-
playthrough of one of them.
Hmm?
I did a playthrough on one of them.
Did you like it?
Yeah, fantastic. So before I get on to my last and final story, anything else you've got?
Yeah, I had a story that it was kind of silly. I just really wanted to see what people would react towards this story because I'm always really curious about people's opinions in stories like these.
Okay.
I can't find the article and I really wanted to send you the link so you could post it on the description. So there was this guy. He was around 50 something years old and he lived with a 70 something mother. And he was the type that the type that people always joke about, or you're gonna end up in your mother's basement playing video games all day, right?
Right.
So I think he played WoW nonstop, and everybody's heard all of these WoW stories, how people have been captured by the game so much that they've lost jobs, lost their homes, lost some family members.
Same goes with any MMO, really.
Right. So the guy had no balance at all with his personal life, career life, and video gaming life. So his mom got really pissed and she torched his bedroom.
Like, set it on fire?
Torched it, yes.
What?
The fire spread out throughout the apartment. So the whole place just burst into flames. Because she was really pissed at him that he wasn't doing anything with his life.
Wow.
So she got tired of having to ask him over and over again to do something and pick up his room and all that. Because he also had magazines stacked, all really high, like up to the roof high.
Okay.
So there was no space to walk around the room either. So he wasn't neat or anything either. And with that lovely WoW story, apparently WoW is going to offer a free copy of WoW if you watch the new Warcraft movie in theaters that's coming up this year.
Shameless plug is shameless.
Right.
Yeah, I'm excited for the movie. I mean, a fair few years ago I was into WoW, back when I was in college. And, good game, good MMO. Has a bad name.
Really? How come?
Has a bad name in most gaming communities because it's sort of seen as that thing that's so old now and they think that people who play it are lame or no life is yet the people
Oh.
who say this are off playing other MMOs and spending countless hours. It's no different. It's a bloody game. WoW's good. Graphics can be a little outdated, sure, but it was the biggest MMO of all time, and fairly certain it still is. I don't know how many million subscribers they've got at the moment. I know each time they release an expansion, it kind of peaks up to like 12 million again. But yeah, no, it's a good game. I was into it for a fair few years, and then in the end, it got so addictive I had to force myself to give my account away to my brother-in-law. No, my stepbrother, sorry.
Did you get to that point, like that man, like you
No,
got to lose certain things in your life because of the amount of
no,
time that you set into it?
worst things happened to me. I was in
Oh,
college, and I met someone, and I went to America to get married, so...
you're like, I did worse things. Hey, I'm married. Is that that bad?
You
Not that
poor
bad.
person. I
You
feel so sorry for
poor-
you.
What the hell? I have a pretty good
No.
life.
No, it just got too much. I had other things to do. I had to stop playing it. Stop paying the subscription. So I gave my account away, and my stepbrother refused to give it back. And then I actually made a new account a few years later. Played it with someone we both know, and yeah, it's good. Good game, but I'm kind of over it. So
How much was it, the monthly payment? Because I never played WoW.
I feel like
I-
it was something like
yeah.
£7, maybe like
Mm.
$11, $12. Something not too serious.
Okay.
But,
Because I was only invited to play like the free
Mm.
start version of it about a
Don't get me
year.
wrong, it's a good game. Like right now, as you know, and anyone who's listened to previous podcasts knows, I play Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward,
Oh, dear.
and I'm addicted to that. So in 2 days they have a new DLC coming out, but I'm not going to talk about it in this video. And not new DLC, new content update rather.
Speaking
Which
of games that we...
I guess is kind of DLC.
Oh, dear.
So anyway, moving on to my last and final story, because already this is getting a bit long. I'm trying to keep this a bit shorter this time. Got the weekly UK charts for games, so So top of the charts this week is Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And that's pretty much where it was last week at number 1. At number 2, we have Lego Marvel Avengers, same place as last week. Number 3, we have FIFA 16, which has gone up one spot from number 4. At number 4, we've got Grand Theft Auto 5, it's gone up from number 6. At number 5, we've got Star Wars Battlefront, up from number 7. At number 6, I'm getting myself confused here. At number 6, we've got Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, which has gone down from number 5.
Oh, dear.
Number 7, we've got Just Cause 3, which has gone up from 8. At number 8, we've got Fallout 4, which has made a big jump from 15. At number 9, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, same place as the previous week. Number 10, Minecraft Story Mode, same place as the previous week. And I'm going to leave it there. There's actually 20 here, but we'll stick with the top 10. So there's your top 10 list of games. So Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, Lego Marvel Avengers, FIFA 16, Grand Theft Auto 5, Star Wars Battlefront, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, Just Cause 3, Fallout 4, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and Minecraft Story Mode. So nothing too surprising there, to be honest. I'm surprised Fallout 4 isn't higher up the list.
I'm surprised Just Cause is so way up there.
Yeah.
People
And
really like destroying things.
Right. And Fallout 4 has jumped from 15. That's a big jump. I thought it was already like way up in the top of the charts still. But apparently it went down at some point. So there you go.
Yeah. Did
So that's
we ever
interesting.
get to name the person that got the island for the whole Just Cause 3 thing?
No, I wasn't following that story.
Ah, damn. Hang
We'll
on.
have to find out sometime. What's your next story? Do you have any more?
Oh, yeah, because I was gonna go with games that we play way too much. Yours
Okay.
is Final Fantasy.
Yep.
Mine has been Smite. I play Smite a lot. I had never played a MOBA that much before because I was never really into MOBAs. But I've been playing Smite a lot because I've been playing Smite with my husband lately. And Smite first came out for Xbox. and then it came out for PC, and now it's gonna come out for PS4 very
Oh,
soon.
cool.
Yeah, it's gonna include
Strange
a
that a
couple.
game like that came to Xbox first.
I know, like I thought the same thing. Like I would have thought that it would be backwards, PC first, and then it would go out to Xbox or PS.
Hey guys, Sotius from the future here, and I just wanted to clarify that Smite did not come onto the Xbox first. The story was read wrong. The story was that Smite is the first console MOBA to be released. Now, back to the podcast.
PS4. Because I don't know, I just didn't find a game like a MOBA to be out for a console first either. I was really curious about that. But yeah, the thing is, like, they were gonna include all these new things, and if anybody here plays Smite, they're gonna give out one of the Digimir skins for one of the chests. Chests are these packages, I guess, that you can buy in game.
Okay.
Some of them are available for a limited amount of time, like a month or a couple of weeks. If it's something like Valentine's Day, it'll be available for like 5 days maybe. And they cost what they call gems. Gems are like the more expensive type of currency that takes a while to get, or you'd have to buy to get. Favors are the currency that's easier to get because you can get it faster via playing games. And there's this one skin that I've always really wanted called the Digimir for this one called Ymir. Ymir is a frost giant from Norse mythology. And it's going to be available for the chest for anyone that's going to pre-order it for PlayStation 4. So if anybody gets to play it as Guardian, I really liked Ymir. He's a little bit squishy, but if you know how to build him and everything, he's a really good character to play for Guardian. So yeah,
Cool.
There's that.
I lied. I do have one more thing to talk about. Just kind of clicked. Don't know if I talked about it at the beginning, but I don't think I did. This weekend has been the beta for The Division.
Alright.
And
it has.
Mixed feelings. Me, Andrew, and Kevin have played it. I got some very mixed feelings. First off, the graphic quality of the game. I know graphics don't make games, but first off, the graphic quality of the game promised in the promotional videos leading up to this is nothing compared to what they showed. The graphics feels so dumbed down. Like, not to a point where it's like this game looks stupid, but it's very noticeable if you watch the previous video. I don't know if it's like the E3 videos or whatever. Graphics are nothing compared to what they showed. So that's kind of sad.
Isn't that always the case?
Yeah. That is pretty much the case for most things.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, like in one of the promotional videos they showed the guy like opening a car door or something, or like a truck moving down the street. And as far as I can tell, none of that's a thing in the game. Everything feels so static. I don't think you can actually open the doors or anything like that. I don't even know why you would need to be honest. But just like it's kind of disappointing because all these things they sort of teased in the trailer and everyone's like, wow, this game's so realistic. This game's going to be great. Not entirely the way the game's going right now. But that being said, I have been enjoying myself in the game. Andrew didn't like it. He's already decided that he's not going to participate in the game anymore.
He didn't give it much of a chance.
No. Kevin loves it. Me and Kevin done some PvP yesterday. Great fun. Really difficult. But yeah, the game feels like it... Sorry?
Oh, I turned off my mic, sorry. What does it offer?
Like,
out of everything that you've seen so far, what's the most enjoyable part of the game that you find?
Teaming up with people, teaming up with friends and such is really fun. Going through the city and just sort of, working out what's what and all this. However, we sort of just get dropped into it and then they're like, here's a field operations base. And like, okay, cool. And then they're like, you do this to upgrade certain sectors of the base. I'm like, great, it's good. And so we're walking down the street and we found these guys sort of looting a body. And we're like, oh, these guys probably aren't very good people. And there's no sort of interaction. Like, you've just come to the city, you don't know who's who. They sort of just like get up and start shooting at you. There's no like, hey, what are you guys doing? Blah blah. You shouldn't be here and all this stuff. It's sort of, there's the enemy, bang, start fighting, and it's like, well, okay. There's no sort of transition. It's like, well, all right then. I don't know why I'm just randomly killing these people when I'm supposed to be here to help restore order, which I guess that kind of does do, but
Destruction
it's kind of
for
opposite.
the win.
Yeah, and all the bad guys seem to be like hooded. Don't know what you call them. They have like these hoodies and these caps on, and just like street thugs, so to speak.
Oh, like the black jacket kind of thing, dark jeans,
Well,
just
they've got
walking
like a
around
hoodie
with their
on,
like
cap.
walking around hunched over kind of thing.
No, not really. I don't want to offend anyone here, but easiest thing I have a go to is chavs.
Oh, I learned that word a couple weeks ago.
Right. So like the hoodies and the hats, and they're sort of just causing trouble. And it's like, who are these people? There's no like sort of introduction to like this is a sort of group or anything. They all dress the same. They all have the same colours. It's like a gang of some sort. There's no introductions whatsoever. Just kind of throws you into it. It's a little disorienting at first. You're like, okay, what am I doing? I'm going here. Cool. Like, there's people shooting me. Okay, great. I've wiped them all out. I got some loot. Now what? The whole thing seems to just be shooting people, going to places, clearing out places, rescuing hostages. It just seems like very one way. Like there's something feels lacking. It feels like there's gameplay lacking. But when we got into the PvP zone, things got interesting because other people are assholes.
Isn't that the way PvP always is?
Yeah, when you go into the dark zone, and you take out a few NPCs or whatever and get some loot, you can't extract the loot just by walking out of the dark zone because it's contaminated. That's the whole premise of the game. There's a disease or whatever, contamination. So you have to get it extracted by helicopter, and then it sort of gets cleaned, and you can access it outside of the dark zone. So you have to go to these specific spots in the dark zone to call forth a helicopter, and you have about 1 minute and 30 seconds to kind of wait for the helicopter to arrive. So me and Kevin are there. When you have loot, you have a sort of yellow biohazard pack on your back, and you can tell that you have loot. So me and Kevin are just chilling in the extraction zone, waiting for the helicopter, and 4 people come in. They look at us, we look at them, and they just kind of like look around, minding their own business. I'm like, oh cool, more people. And then about 20 seconds before the helicopter arrives, I look at these people and I'm like, wait a minute, they don't have the biohazard packs on their back. They're not here to extract weapons. I'm like, oh. And I said to Kevin, I'm like, Kevin, get somewhere safe. And the second I say that, all 4 just turn around and gun us down. Like,
oh god!
Wow, they were just there waiting for the helicopter to land, to drop the rope to attach the loot to. But before it does that, they kill us, grab our loot, get the loot out before anyone else can stop them. I'm like, oh, sneaky bastards. The game's good, really hard when you're fighting people, but I don't know. I'm gonna say straight out, it's not worth the full price. There just doesn't seem to be that content there that it's making it worthwhile so far. But there might be more when the game's actually released. It just seems weird, and there's things cut out, and it makes me very uneasy about the game. So yeah.
That was fun though.
Yeah, it was fun, sure. Sure, it was fun, but I don't know. Certain things missing from the previews, it makes me feel uneasy. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get it right away. Maybe wait for a few reviews and gameplay videos to come out first. See what's what. Speaking of though, me and Andrew did record a lot of us playing. I'm going to cut it down to about 30 minutes and upload it during the week.
That's good.
Yeah. So, any final stories?
I was trying my hardest to find the winner of the Just Cause 3 Island, and I can't find it.
Fair enough.
I've been very curious about that because it's just so ridiculous. Just play this
They're
and
just in an island.
and just destroy everything, and if you destroyed the most out of everyone that played the game, you're gonna get an island.
Yeah, crazy stuff. So anyway, I guess that's all for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all from me. So, thank you everybody who listened. We managed to cut off about 10 minutes on the podcast. It's still almost an hour long. Oh well. But I think we got through a lot more than we did last week.
Yeah, I didn't talk as much this time to cut off time.
Alright, everyone. I'm going to end it here. Thank you all for listening. If you made it this far, let us know down below if there's anything you'd like to see or hear us talk about. And we will see you next week, maybe, possibly. Goodbye.